Welcome back to the channel, guys. In today's video, we're going to be yanking the OG 305 out of the Firebird, getting our new Vortec 305 installed, hopefully setting a new personal best. I'm going to use the draggy on the street and see what the car runs. I know I'm going to have to do some tuning with the carburetor, going from a dual plane to a single plane. Hopefully this new engine's making a little bit more power also. I don't think I'm going to record a whole lot of me yanking this engine out just to save a little bit of time. I don't know if you guys enjoy watching that. If you do, leave a comment. If you don't, also leave a comment so I know for future videos. But other than that, I'm going to get started on this. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. And just like that, the OG 305 is ready to come out of the Firebird. Got everything on hooked. These things are pretty simple. Small blocks usually are. If you guys were wondering, 3rd gen or Camaro, Firebird, they're not too bad. They do look like they're stuffed in there. There's not a whole lot of room, but it's really not that bad to get the engine out. I think I got about an hour and a half into pulling this apart. I'm gonna yank it up out of here, clean the engine bay up a little bit, and then start swapping the water pump and accessories over to the new motor and getting it ready to go back into the car. One more thing I figure I'd mention before I pull this engine out, the cherry picker will hit the front nose cone on the 3rd gen. I had that problem when I first installed this engine, and what I found works best for me is if you just pull the front driver's tire off, like so, you can get to the motor plate to be able to yank the engine out of the car. It's a little bit more work, but at least you're not messing up the nose cone on your car. I had to rely on the Old Faithful, the chain. I couldn't get enough angle out with the plate to get the engine out. It was getting stuck on the motor mounts. But other than that, it's coming out pretty good. I'm gonna have to shut off the camera here shortly and try to wiggle this thing out of here. Probably should have pulled the pulleys off. Would have made it a little bit easier, but I think it still can be done. Just trying not to mess up my radiator. And there she be, out with the old, and now in with the new. And for those of you wondering what kind of converter I'm running in transmission, if you're new to this video, it's a 700R4, and it's got a 3800 stall converter in it. Looks like it's a good thing that I am putting a new engine in this car, because this motor mount here is toast. And I didn't know that with it currently in the car. I didn't see any signs of that or hear any signs of it, but now that I've noticed it, I can get it fixed. And since this one needs to be replaced, I might as well replace them both. Other side doesn't look too bad, but since I'm here and the engine's out, might as well replace both of them at the same time. So while I was waiting for the new motor mounts to come in, I ended up putting some VR1 in the engine, getting it primed, valve covers sealed, oil pressure sensors in, coolant temp sensor, all the plugs and fittings I need on the intake. This thing's ready to go in the car. I'm gonna hopefully get my motor mounts in here shortly, get those installed, and we'll be putting the new engine in the Firebird. Got my new engine mounts in from Hawks Motorsports. I think they're like 85 bucks. I already messed them up. They had to do some welding. As you guys can see, I broke a bolt off in some of the sides. They're really a pain to even get to. I made sure they're straight before I welded them. It's not a huge deal that they're welded to this K-frame. I do plan on putting a tubular K-frame in eventually. Try to do some weight savings in the front of the car. But for now, these will work over them bushing mounts. I'm gonna put the new engine in the car. Don't think I'm gonna record that. I might record a little bit here and there, but hopefully the next clip you guys see, we'll be doing some heat cycles to seal the piston rings. And just like that, this puppy's shoved into the Firebird, ready to run. Haven't primed this fuel system yet. Haven't put coolant in it. I don't think I'm gonna put coolant in it until I hear it run, just in case I have to take it back out. I don't wanna make a mess, and then slap a battery in this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and hopefully we'll get a first start up. Hopefully the timing's somewhat close, and I'm not 180 out, and everything goes well. All right, let's give this a shot, see if I did everything right. Not very often do I do everything right. I'm sure there would be some sort of problem, but I don't think people show their first true fire up in an engine. So whether this makes it into my video or not is one thing. Starter sounds good. I think the striver's plugged in. Maybe my timing's off a little bit. We'll find out. Well, there you go. First try trying to fire it up. Didn't go as planned. I'm going to check for spark real quick off camera and then try again. So I had to yank the distributor out and reset the timing. I must have had it off a tooth because I flipped it 180 and then it popped out the carburetor. Give it a shot this time. Changed anything, just slapped it on there from the old engine, but doesn't sound too bad. Alright, I got all the little corks worked out of the engine. I did have a leak on the fitting. I had to change this fitting out in the intake. The fuel pump wasn't pumping because I didn't have the oil pressure sensor plugged in. On these cars, it's running the stock electric pump with a regulator over there, and if the fuel pressure isn't reading, the fuel pump doesn't work. It will turn on if you cycle the key. That's how I filled the bowls to get it to run the first time, but it wouldn't stay running. So that was my issue. Other than that, I'm getting ready to take this thing out and make a test hit. I've made no changes to the carburetor. I'm going to see what it does with the carburetor as is, and then I'll come back and make changes as I go. Another problem I ran into is this hood is hitting the carburetor. I don't know what I'm going to do about that just yet. It doesn't shut all the way. I might end up getting a different hood to make it work, or taking the 1-inch plate I got in there. I got a spacer plate along with a nitrous plate and seeing if I can clear it. But as you can see, there's marks from the hood there and there. So for now, if you see me making a test hit without a hood, that's why. But I'm gonna back this thing out of the garage and see what this new engine has. Hopefully we make a new personal best. Honestly excited. So as you guys could see, it was a little dark out. Didn't have anybody filming the outside of the car. Just want to kind of dial the carb in a little bit better. It was super lean. It did run a 13.3, which is a new PB. Right now, I just finished changing the jets. I changed the front and the rear jets. I went up 4 jet sizes all the way around. I'm gonna take it back out. Probably not tonight because the weather is kind of looking nasty out. We're coming into fall and winter. But the next dry day, I'll take this thing out and hopefully set a new personal best again. Finally got some better weather. The roads are a little wet still, but I'm gonna fire this thing up, get some heat in the engine, and go make another test hit. Hopefully the carburetor adjustments I made, I have a new PB. Almost like it's fuel injected. For the Black Sheep Firebird, not too bad. Definitely impressed. There's room for improvement. The carburetor's still not too happy, But I got this next clip I'm going to show you guys. This was on a road, like 2 roads over. We got a little bit of snow yesterday. And even though it was like 44 and sunny here today, in some of the shaded areas, the road was still wet. And the test area was one of those roads. So it was hard to leave without the tires spinning. But it's just going to be a draggy. Won't be nobody filming the car. My wife already left and wasn't able to record. It was just me making a hit with the draggy on the way back to see if it had any more to offer. So that's this clip here. Let me know what you guys think. What you guys think? I think it's safe to say that the Black Sheep Firebird is officially a 12-second car with a 305 small block at that, all motor, as they'd say. I'm pretty happy with this combination. Like I said before, there's a lot more fine-tuning with the carburetor I need to do. I'm sure I can knock a lot more ET and get deeper into the 12s with a little bit of tuning, but it is hunting season. The weather's horrible, and I work long hours, and I just don't think I have the time to make the little adjustments here and there and take the car out. Plus, when we race in the summer, it's a lot warmer, so I'd have to mess with the carburetor anyways come race season. Almost forgot, I was trying to end off the video there, but I figured I'd bring up this S10. So I've had this truck for a little while. The plan was to build another race car, more of a race car than a street car. I ended up finding something else, which you guys will see hopefully in the near future. When I get more room in the garage, or maybe springtime. I got a lot of parts to collect for that car, but I got this thing up for sale on Marketplace, and it's been on there for a while. Doesn't seem to want to sell. I don't think I'm asking a whole lot for it, but just a summary, it's got an 8.8 Ford rear end in it, set up for a turbo 350 and a small block or big block. And then I got a Motion Raceworks steering wheel. Got a fuel cell in the box, some little odds and ends, but I pretty much have everything to put this thing together. I don't know if it's something you guys want to see. Maybe I put this truck together and have another vehicle on the channel and do some more racing with this. And I got that original OG 305 over there in the bag. I plan on refreshing this winter and some upgrades to do the Firebird. But other than that, I'm going to have a lot of free time. So if that's something you guys might be interested in, leave a comment below. Let me know. And again, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.